Okay, let's dive right in. We're looking at a single product today, but it tells a much bigger story. It's the Kramer CRS-FiberH S1-6 HDMI cable
And right off the bat, you see the price. The MSRP is $575.
for a 6-foot cable. Even discounted, it's around 460. So our mission today is pretty simple. What on earth makes an HDMI cable cost this much?
And more importantly, what does high-level signal security really mean when we're talking about a physical wire?
Yeah.
The hook is, what you have to give up to get that security.
Exactly, because this is not for connecting your smart TV, right? The documentation is super clear about this.
Not at all. It's a secured active optical cable, and that word secured is everything. It's built for very specific high-security applications.
So let's talk about how it achieves that. The first part is the construction itself.
Right. It's a pure fiber cable. We're talking a 4xmm fiber construction. And the key advantage there is, well, fiber transmits data using light, not electricity.
Which means,
It means you sidestep all the problems of copper. With copper, electrical signals can leak. They create an electromagnetic field.
which can be snooped on.
Precisely. You get this incredibly low risk of EMI and RFI, that's electromagnetic and radio frequency interference. You basically can't sniff the data signal like you could with a traditional wire.
So physical isolation is step one. But the second security feature is even more intense. It's about communication.
Or rather, the lack of it. To get that high-level security, they designed the cable for one-way transmission only.
One way. So data goes from the source, say computer, to the display, and that's it. Nothing comes back.
Nothing. It's a dead end for any potential back channel, and yet it still pushes a pretty serious signal. We're talking 4K at 60 hertz and up to a 10.2 gigabit per second data rate.
Okay, but wait. If it's one way, how does the source even know what the display is? Don't they need to, talk to each other to work?
No, that is the most interesting part. Normally, yes. HDMI relies on something called the DDC channel for a device handshake.
The handshake, right?
Yeah. It's where your source and TV introduce themselves. This cable just gets rid of that. It contains
Yeah.
pre-stored ED-JID values.
So it already knows what to do. It doesn't need to ask.
It just transmits, it assumes, and by cutting out that conversation, you lose all the features that rely on it. The source lists 4 huge ones. This cable does not support HDCP, CEC, HEAC, or ARC.
Whoa, okay. So no HTCP means no copy-protected content from, like, Netflix. No CEC means I can't use one remote to control everything.
Exactly. And in a normal setting, that would be a deal breaker. But in a high security context, those features are actually seen as vulnerabilities.
Because they require that two-way chatter.
Any protocol that allows a device to talk back is a potential vector for an attack or for data to leak out. So you sacrifice convenience to guarantee total data isolation.
It's a deliberate reduction of functionality.
Yep.
Fascinating. I do see they kept the audio, though.
Well, some of it. When
Yeah.
you enable the switch, it supports formats like Dolby True HD and DTS-HD Master Audio. They balanced what was absolutely critical.
And the physical build is just as serious. They mentioned 24K gold-plated K-lock connectors.
Yeah, that K-lock isn't just marketing. It's pull-resistant. It takes about 15 pounds of force to disconnect it by accident.
Plus a tough jacket, a 7-year warranty. They built this thing to last in a professional environment.
So when you put it all together, what have we learned? True, hardcore signal security isn't about adding features. It's about deliberately and intelligently removing them.
Right. You're not paying for bells and whistles. You're paying for the engineering that guarantees their absence.
For systems with sensitive data, a cable that can't run HDCP or CEC isn't broken. It's designed perfectly.
Which leaves you with a final thought to chew on. What other invisible standards or, shortcuts that we rely on every single day are intentionally stripped out of secure tech? Things we don't even think about, all in the name of